got a big shed, and he's got one in his shed.
Yeah.
And so yeah, all from coming here and. Oh, this is. Of course, now they regret it because now they realise what a nightmare it is to maintain these things, you know. But it's hard work. But yeah, it's funny how people, you know, either did like a Fear of Flying course years ago, and two of them guys, one's now got his own aeroplane and flies at the weekend, you know, for like cups of tea at different airfields. The other guy's a commercial pilot now, and they had both had really bad fear of flying, but just loved it and came back and did more, and then did the courses that we do and all that, and then boom, do it for real. You know, it's just amazing people like that who you meet, you know, and have a real fear, and then they're doing it, you know.
That is good.
And there you go, spot on the heading pretty much, and the height's pretty good as well. Okay, excellent. Right, we're going to do a climbing turn. So a climbing turn, 20 degrees angle of bank, and we're going to pitch the nose up to 10 degrees nose high. The auto throttles, frankly, will just do the power to match it. So it's going to be a right hand turn. So first of all, height wise, we're going to climb up to 19,000 feet, and we're going to do a right hand turn on a heading of 340. So it's 20 degrees angle of bank, pitch the nose up at 10 degrees, holding it there until one comes before the other. It'll either be the height or the heading probably. So you've got to keep a close eye on the altimeter now. You've got to keep a close eye on the heading, the pitch of the nose, which is getting a little bit high there. We're going to stall the aircraft so the speed stick in there. So we're going to pitch forward, lower the nose, back down to 10 degrees, get the speed back a bit, 17,000 feet. And there's 10 degrees, we've got 20 degrees angle of bank, power's automatically there, speed recovering, 18,000 feet, so about 1,000 feet to go. There's our chime, 1,000 feet to go. Probably have to level off before we stop the turn.
Too many things to think about at the same time.
That's the thing, isn't it? There's a lot going on. It's just a simple climb and turn. It's just one more thing going on. And if you add power into the equation, it's a bit more complex again, you know. We're above 10,000 feet, so we can go above 250 knots. But if we're below 10,000 feet, you can't go above 250 knots. That's your maximum airspeed you can do. Okay, here comes we're heading, and there's our altitude, so we're pitching the nose back up now to level off, and starting to bring the wings level. That's good. There we go, at 19,000 now, brilliant. And the nose down, so then the throttles come back, after. Only got 250 knots. I'll let it go all steer flag before we do the next exercise. And I'm happy to say that's a good climbing turn, that was fine. So we're going to do a descending turn. And this one's the one we're going to be a bit more careful of. So obviously there's a lot of weight, right? 80 tons, a lot of inertia. So if we're doing throttles, we'll be right back to idle here. So I'm going to bring the speed back to 220 knots just so we don't go too fast. So what we're looking to do, I'll give you a heading, it'll be a left turn. So we'll do a left turn on the way we're heading, that's the left, and the altitude is going to come right down to 12,000 feet. So we're going to do a descending turn to the left, but airspeed wise, we don't want to really go above 220 knots. The throttles will be at idle, so we can't alter them. So the only thing that controls the speed now is the pitch of the nose. And that might really mean you've got a really slow descent rate. It is what it is. So it's all about keeping the speed under control, so the pitch is going to control that. when you're ready, you can do a left-hand turn on the heading of due east, 090 degrees, and you can descend all the way down to 12,000 feet. Auto throttles are still on, and they're already back at idle, so 20 degrees angle of bank. You want about 1,500 feet a minute descent rate on the vertical speed. That will probably give you the right kind of speed. So your airspeed's increasing now. 245 knots, 246 knots, 247. That's it. So just pitching the nose up a little bit, decreasing that rate of descent. Keep an eye on the speed. That's it. So we're looking for 220 knots on the airspeed, but as long as we're below 250, that's the more important one. 17,000 feet descending. This is the one where if you're in cloud and you've got crosswinds going on, this is the killer one. This is the one that can really get in a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
you know, in no time at all. 300 knots, how to get 300 knots.
Yeah, it really does.
I can't get it back anymore.
You really do feel the weight.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
That's a massive difference from the diesel, obviously.
Right. And of course, whether you're climbing or a level or a descending, you want to trim hands-free flight. So we've got quite a long descent here. Still got like another 180 degrees to go now on the turn. So I don't know if it needs trimming, but if it did, make life easy. Once we complete this turn, we'll be heading towards final approach for Innsbruck 08. Yeah. Excellent. Very, very good.
That was luck. That was more luck than
I was a bit more than luck there. So that's very good. 500 feet to go. Alright, I'm going to put a bit of power back on. We're going to go up to 270 knots, so you're going to feel the auto throttles kick in. The aircraft's going to want to climb. You'll have to start pushing a bit, and you might have to even start trimming a bit. It's up to you. We'll also do a little tweak to the left. We'll do a left-hand turn on the heading of 080.
You're away Saturday, actually.
Yes.
You feel that, don't you? Wow.
Yeah, it's just a bit of push, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that power kicks in.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, she was like saying she's been like authentic for the last few weeks. She's a lot to actually.
Well, we're working here tomorrow.
Ah.
And then hopefully we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, 21st, 22nd. You concentrate on flying.
Yeah, you fly the plane, petal.
Right, so now zoom out on your little nav display here. There's Innsbruck there.
Yep.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Start of approach is there, 40 miles to go. Just going to zoom in one more. We're going to head towards that first star. You can see it says 8,000 feet or above. So we know we're going to be 8,000 feet or above at this star, but there is a few hills in the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll bug you up to 8,300. It's your discretion when you start descending, as and when. Okay, you can do it now and just skip across the tops, or wait till you get within 5 miles, and that ultimately gets you into the valley. And when you're in the valley, you can see the next star is 7,100, so it starts bringing you down. And we're kind of just going to fudge dot to dot. All you've got to do is follow the dots, the stars. As it curves around, you curve around. We'll get you all lined up and we'll bring it in there. Want to do a touch and go first? Should we have a bit of a trial run?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We'll do a touch and go then.
We need a seatbelt back on, yeah?
Oh, that's a good point. When do you do a seatbelt? 10,000?
10,000,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, not yet, you're okay.
Okay. Just heard the words touch and go and I just
Yeah.
needed my seatbelt on.
We say